It's budget day next Friday, and various groups will be anticipating the announcements of assistance for their respective sectors. Among them, sports associations will be keeping a lookout too. The spotlight has been cast on sports in recent years, with Singapore playing a more prominent role in several regional sporting events. Low Teo Ping, Vice President of the Singapore National Olympic Committee, joins me for more. Thanks for joining us, Teo Ping. 2014 looks like it's going to be an exciting year for sports. Tell us a little bit more, and also what's happening for 2015.
Okay, 2015 is going to be a very exciting year, going to be a very busy year, because we're going to have the Commonwealth Games in July, we're going to have the Asian Games, we're going to have the Youth Olympic Games, and Singapore will be participating in all these events, all these, games. So it's very important that I think the athletes needs to be looked after in preparations, in doing well for Singapore. And I think, one of my wish lists is that the NSAs will get increased funding to help them really prepare themselves for these games.
Now, athletes aside, the government is trying to promote a more, active sporting culture. How far do you think good infrastructure or facilities contribute to this?
Well, I think that's very important, especially when you can bring the facility closer to where the population is. And I think there is, in fact, already plans afoot to make sure that we refurbish, we build new centers, so that these facilities are all within walking reach. And I think with that, it's going to be really a very welcome thing to sports in Singapore. But at the same time, I also would like to see on the wish list that monies be put to the programs that would encourage people to really get more involved with sports and see sports as an opportunity to integrate, to bond, to galvanize society, that they eventually actually will play a very important role in terms of bringing Singaporeans together.
Which brings me to the next question about mindsets. How do we cultivate the mindsets of people to support such a culture?
Well, I think, as we now get into 2014 and we get into 2015, when we'll be hosting the Southeast Asian Games, I think hopefully there will be opportunities to involve people, involve the community, build Team Singapore. And again here, one of the things on my wish list is that when we host the Games in 2015, there will of course be a budget that will be spent to host the Games. But I think more importantly is we got to prepare our athletes today. It's not going to be business as usual. We have got to, in fact, put in more money so that the athletes from Singapore can do well when we host it in Singapore next year. And I think if we do well, the community will come behind us. And I think if that helps, then I think sports will flourish.
And it's the start of a virtuous cycle, isn't it?
Yes, very much so.
Thank you for joining us. And I was speaking to Low Teo Ping on the sports budget wish list.